Hi Sagittarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies for the month of April, but especially pertaining to your job, your career, where it is that you are at with your finances, your self-worth. This is a really interesting month, Sagittarius, as we are in April, which is one of the biggest months of entire 2024. We are already into eclipse season. Remember, we did have that Libra full moon eclipse on March 25th. We also have Mercury retrograding in the sign of Aries on April 1st. We also have that huge total solar eclipse in the sign of Aries on the 8th of April. This is that total solar eclipse over the United States. And then just shortly, like about a week and a half later, we have that huge conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Plus we have a full moon in Scorpio. So that is a big month. So let's get right into it, Sagittarius. If you haven't already checked out those April monthlies that I have up, I will leave the link below. Do know that this is a really big time for strategizing, making plans, but not necessarily a good time for implementing them or signing important documents with that Mercury retrograde, okay? All right, Sag, let's get right into it. You start off the first week with the 9 of Cups, as well as the 5 of Cups. Second week of April finds you with the 6 of Cups in reverse, as well as the Hermit card also in reverse. Virgo energy there. Third week of April, 2 of Cups. My goodness, lots of cup energy in the reverse, as well as the 3 of Swords. Last week of April, Sag, finds you with the 10 of Cups in the reverse, as well as the 7 of Pentacles. So this is actually the only pentacle on your table right now. I think it's interesting since this is a career reading. I see a lot of emotional ties though, Sagittarius, possibly needing to let go of some emotional things, but I also see that 9 of Cups opening up the month. So that's really positive. And then the 10 of Cups closing the month. So we will dig deeper into that once we pull the rest of your cards. Spirit, if you can send Sag a card representing the month of March. What is it that they went through? What energy are they bringing into the month of April? And you have the Empress, which is in reverse. So for some of you all, Sagittarius, during the month of March, you were found with quite a bit of opportunity for growing new things, whether it was your job, your career. Some of you started a new job back in March. Some of you were interviewing, maybe you were implementing new ideas. And then some of you were trying to get the ball rolling, but you just couldn't get the momentum possibly to get a project off the ground or possibly see through a venture that you were working on. I do think that this energy coming into April actually may be a really good thing because you may be able to take one step further in something you already started. You already got the momentum going. Remember, Mercury retrograde isn't a good time to initiate, but with all this Aries energy, if it is a project or conversations and people you've already met, you've already started those conversations before you even reached Mercury retrograde, it's fine to keep going. You may actually gain some traction or some momentum with all that Aries energy. So consider keeping going whatever it is you weren't able to get going back in March, okay? All right, Sag, so that's really good to see. Now let's go ahead and pull an oracle card. If you can send Sagittarius a overall oracle message. You can already tell when we're getting close to Mercury retrograde, start slurring and jumbling up my words. and you have the Ace of Air. So Ace of Air, similar to the Ace of Swords, it says brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So for any of you all Sagittarius who have been trying to, like I said, get something off the ground, I do think that this Ace of Air is representing a time where ideas could come to you, but they may not be ready to implement. And I do think that I like that part where it says brilliant new ideas and inspirations, because I do feel like you all are taking so much time during the month of April trying to get your ideas together, but they may not seem like they all come together as neatly as you would like to, just because Mercury doesn't have that forward momentum that you would like it to. I do think this Ace of Air will kick in, if you will, once you get into May. So I would say strategize, write down your ideas now, and then once we get out of Mercury retrograde, out of eclipse season, this definitely could take wings, just like you see that beautiful horse. Okay, so let's really dig into your reading, because I do think that it's interesting that you got that Ace of Air, and considering everything on the board is almost like cups. I'm gonna make sure this is straight. Okay, so it really looks like you have 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, and 10 of Cups. So lots of emotional energy here in the month of April. Some of you all, this is wishes that you have been trying to get off the ground, like I said, but you're concentrating more on what's not working. Spirit wants to remind you that throughout this month, you could get glimpses of new ideas that all of a sudden feel so much better than where you left them back in March. I think some old friend or someone is going to help you throughout this month. They could come and lend you some ideas on centering yourself, getting back to organization, and just more focusing on yourself than everyone else. I do sense that maybe some of you have been focusing, having some issues with work-life balance with this 10 of Cups in reverse here at the end of the month. And then here, this is that week of that conjunction, 2 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Swords. Some of you are going to have a breakup of some sort. This could be a breakup of a relationship romantically that affects your work, like that's part of your family. So now it's you're having issues with the work-life balance, or this could be a business partnership. So just keep all those ideas in mind as we go through your reading. Okay, now I do think April Sagittarius is going to be an interesting one for all of us, but I'm already seeing here that with you all, pay attention what comes up the first week of the month, with Mercury stationing retrograde on the 1st, the Sun conjunct the North Node in Aries on the 4th, and then Venus entering Aries on the 4th. I do think that I already see that Venus symbol with the Empress. So pay attention if there is some ways that you're not feeling your best, if you're not feeling like you want to continue in a certain direction. Pay attention to those signs that you get. You could have people come in and out of your life during that first week that makes you rethink the direction that you were going. And I think it's important to pay attention to those. We always think of Mercury retrograde in a negative way, but oftentimes it's best because it lets us slow down. It makes us slow down because communication has to take longer to get to us. Gives us time to rethink some of the details. I do think during that first week, there's some kind of conversations around your wishes, whether those are still the wishes that you want to keep going with. Okay, so keep that in mind throughout the entire month. Now, once we reach that second week of April, this is that big total eclipse in the sign of Aries, new moon on April 8th, and the same day Sun is conjunct Chiron. 2 days later, Mars is conjunct Saturn. So with all of this eclipse energy and Saturn and Chiron, there is this sense of you kind of going within and maybe taking some time for yourself. That Hermit card and 6 of Cups both in reverse is almost like this sense that you don't feel like you have enough time to be with yourself, or maybe you're just torn into too many being pulled in too many different directions, whether it's your family, whether it's your job. I do think that some of you have an old colleague or someone who comes back from the past who you get together with, and you're just kind of telling them, you know, I'm not really feeling great in my job, or I'm looking forward to this part of my future, but I'm not looking forward to this. And they kind of help you get recentered. And I do think that that eclipse is going to be a good time to eclipse what is no longer working in your life. Really put some thought to that, Sagittarius, because I do think that that Ace of Air is what that is pointing to in terms of getting these ideas of how to move forward after we get through all this turbulent energy, okay? Now, by the time we move into the third week of April, this is when the sun enters Taurus on the 19th. Uranus is conjunct Jupiter in Taurus on the 20th. Really big week that week between the sun entering Taurus, that conjunction, and then on the 23rd, that full moon in Scorpio. Tensions are running high, Sagittarius, this month. Be careful of your emotions getting to the best of you, okay? Make sure you're not letting too many people in, or you're not moving through the energy in a way that is helpful for you, okay? Don't let anybody talk you into some situation. There feels like there's some kind of breakup here. The breakup could be, like I said, a family member or a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend that could affect you in your work. Or this could be a business partnership that doesn't go well. You're having some heartache over it. Really pay attention to how you're doing around that full moon in Scorpio. I do think during that time you could get some benefic news regarding some type of money options or money coming in once you get into May. So I do think that this is going to pass. I do not think that this is going to be a long, lingering thing. And this could be something that has been going for a while. I do not think that this is brand new energy. And I do think by the time you get to the end of the month, you're really rethinking how you make money. You're rethinking how this supports your family, if you're able to still have a work-life balance. By the time we get to the end of the month, we have Venus entering Taurus and then Mars entering Aries on the 30th. This energy is one in which you could feel invigorated as you move into the month of May. I do think that many of you all are looking at your home life, seeing if you still want to carry on the job and career that you're doing. If you're not able to see your family enough, is it time to change jobs? These are going to be the questions that come up for you at the end of the month. So overall, Sagittarius, I do think that this is going to be a month of really going within, determining if what you are growing in your job and career is really the path that you want to continue. And if it's not, it's the month to strategize. Remember that Ace of Air is really saying brilliant new ideas and inspiration. Really good time to just sit with yourself, figure out what it is that you want, make the plan now so that by time Mercury starts going direct, the planets get back into more of order in May, that this is more doable than it is in this turbulent month, okay? All right, Sagittarius, I hope this was helpful for you. Do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series. If you haven't already subscribed to Scorpio Soul Time, I would love if you would. Absolutely free. All you have to do is hit the bell, hit the notification button, and hit the like button on my videos. Okay, Sag, have a great April, and I'll talk to you later.